Hi guys, my name is Nonima Tigela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today let's talk about Judge Rata interrupting the defense to call state witnesses. And we're going to talk about why this is unprecedented. Okay. Firstly, once a defense witness is on the stand, the courtroom enters a strictly confined legal sequence. Defense leads its evidence. State cross-examines. State cross-examines. Defense re-examines if necessary. Witness is excused. A judge calling a witness at this point, unheard of. Unheard of. Secondly, the adversary system is built on party autonomy. The state runs its case, the defense runs its case, the judge ensures fairness, not participation. Intervention at the evidence stage risk collapsing the neutrality of the bench. Thirdly, what happened in the Senzo Meyiwa trial is extraordinary. The judge paused the defense's evidence and sought to insect state witnesses, effectively reviving or extending the state's case while the defense is presenting its side. 4, this blurs the roles: judge as fact finder, judge as case manager, judge as active participant helping one side. This is the very reason appellate courts warn against judicial overreach. Once the state closes its case, it must live with the consequences: its omissions, its weak spots, its strategic decisions, its failures. A judge reopening factual avenues mid-defense risk tipping the scale. Number 6, if the judge wants clarity, the law already gives tools: questions for clarification, requests for submission, directions on law. Calling fresh witnesses is another level entirely. Number 7, this move could trigger grounds for appeal review argument on unfair procedure or unfair prejudice, and the defense will seize it. Number 8, at its core, this is not just a procedural audit. It's a tectonic shift inside a trial already drowning in irregularities. Senzo Meyiwa trial, the drama that happens in South Africa. Let's expand the legal analysis of it all. I know I'm not a legal anything, but I research, okay? I research why this move is unprecedented. 1, structure of evidence in an adversary system. South African criminal trials follow a rigid, time-tested order of evidence. 1, state case, witnesses, cross-examination, re-examination. Defense case, witnesses, cross-examination. 3, closing arguments. 4, judgment. This structure is not cosmetic. It protects fairness. Once the state closes its case is fixed. Secondly, a judge's limited power to call witnesses. In theory, a judge may call a witness before the close of the defense, but only in exceptional circumstances and only to clear ambiguity, to prevent a miscarriage of justice without giving unfair advantage to either party. However, case law warns that the judge must never appear to supplement one side's case. Calling state witnesses mid-defense, especially to patch holes in the state's narrative, crosses that line. Thirdly, why this is dangerous: it risks eroding the defense's right to present its case without interference, reopening the state's case through the back door, destroying judicial neutrality, giving the appearance of bias. Appellate courts look at both the action and the appearance. Fairness must not only exist, it must be seen to exist. Number 4, consequences. If the judge intervention strengthens the state's case, undermines the defense strategy, or changes the natural flow of evidence, it becomes prejudicial irregularity, which can invalidate the proceedings, form grounds for appeal, trigger constitutional review, Section 35 fair trial rights. Number 5, bottom line, interrupting defense evidence to call to call state witnesses is legally extraordinary and procedurally dangerous. It risks turning the judge into the 13th player on the field. So that is why we are here, and that is why we are talking like that. But the bottom line is that Judge Ratta was way out of line. Okay, so today we are unpacking a legal earthquake shaking the Senzo Meyiwa trial, a move so unprecedented, so procedurally explosive that legal scholars are asking one question: is the judge now playing for the state? Let's break it down further. What should have happened? Once the defense witness takes the stand, the law almost mechanical, defense leads state cross-examinations, defense wraps up, witnesses excused, that's the recipe. Every courtroom in the country allows it until now, Judge Ratta's courtroom. The shock move that he did right in the middle of the defense case, the judge interrupts the process and suddenly wants state witnesses brought in, not to clarify a narrow fact, not to resolve a legal question, but to effectively revive the state case in a case that the state had already closed. Why is this a legal nuclear bomb? This is not just unusual. This is textbook judicial overreach. That's what he's doing. Because once the state closes its case, it must live or die with that decision. You don't get a do-over. You don't get a second bite. You don't get a judge helping you patch holes. And the danger when it comes to this, when a judge starts calling witnesses at this stage, one thing happens: the judge stops being a referee and starts looking like a participant. That destroys neutrality. It threatens the fairness of the entire trial, and it hands the defense a silver platter for appeal. How this case can backfire? This can backfire, guys. This will backfire, by the way. If the defense can show that this move gave the state an advantage, undermined their strategy, or changed the evidentiary landscape, then they have grounds to challenge the entire proceedings as unconstitutional. This can blow the trial wide open. What does this mean for the case? The credibility of this trial is hanging by a thread. Every irregularity matters, and this is not a small irregularity. This is a procedural earthquake. So the question now is simple: was this about justice, or was this about saving the state's collapsing case? Let me know what you think in the comments, because this story is far from over. And I am here for it. I am going to give you all the juicy details because, wow, Sanalam Judge Ratta is something else. I'll see you on our next video. Bye-bye.